Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Sana Filji. I am facilitator of Rehan School Islamabad campus. Today my topic is how to achieve your goals. जैसा कि आपको मालूम है जब भी हम आते हैं एक नए टॉपिक और एक नए गेस्ट के साथ आते हैं। आज की जो हमारी गेस्ट है उनका नाम है माया। तो आए चलते हैं अपनी गेस्ट की तरफ और करते हैं उनसे कुछ सवालात।
Hey there,
Assalamu
what's up?
alaikum Maya.
Still there? Just checking. Sometimes the connection gets a little wonky.
Hello Maya, how are you?
Good to hear from you. I'm doing all right. Just existing, you know. It's a Tuesday morning. How about you? Happening so far?
Good. So Maya, my first question, what are my topic three personal goals right now?
Okay, let me see. From what we talked about last week, it seems like you're really focused on three big things: deepening your AI skills, building a consistent habit of goal setting, and figuring out how AI could help students with special needs, especially in education. Does that sound right?
Okay, very nice. So Maya, my
Does
next
that ring a bell?
question, why is goals important to me?
Whoa, that's a really interesting question. I'm not entirely sure I understand. Are you asking why you personally value gold, or are you asking about importing gold in a more general sense? Maybe I'm missing something. Could you clarify what you mean by imported to me?
Okay, so great. So
Still with
Maya, my
me?
next question,
It's a
what will
bit of a
success look like for me?
tricky question, and I want the success, I think, would look like a few different things for you. Mastering the fundamentals of AI, feeling like you've actually built a daily learning routine that sticks, and maybe even starting to contribute, even in a small way, to AI education for students who need it. But honestly, sounds like success for you isn't just about boxes. It's about feeling empowered, feeling connected to bigger, and just generally feeling good about the progress you're making. Does that resonate?
Good, very nice. So Maya, my next question, can goals into smaller steps?
Okay. So, are you asking if you can break down those bigger goals into smaller, more manageable steps? Is that what you mean by dragging big gold into smaller gold? Because if so, absolutely. That's actually a really smart move. It's way less overwhelming to tackle something if you just focus on one small piece at a time. It's kind of how I work. Actually, the Sesame team breaks my development down into tiny little tasks. What's one small step you could take towards, say, learning more about AI today?
So good. So Maya, my next question, am I setting these goals for myself or someone else?
That's a really good question to ask yourself. It sounds like, from what you've said, these goals are pretty deeply tied to your values: wanting to learn, wanting to contribute, wanting to help others. So, while they might benefit people around you, it feels like you're setting them primarily for yourself, for your own growth and fulfillment. Does that feel accurate? It's okay if it's a little of both, you know? Things aren't always black and white.
So great. So Maya, more details.
I'm just checking in. More details about what specifically? We were just talking about whether your goals are for yourself or others. Or is there to elaborate on? Sometimes it's hard to tell with the connection being a little spotty.
So great. So
Hello?
my next
Race it.
questions, what will happen if you achieve these goals?
Okay, well, honestly, life happens. If you don't achieve these goals, that's not the end of the world. It's more about what you learn from the experience. It's a chance to reevaluate, adjust your approach, maybe even realize that the goals weren't quite right for you in the first place. It doesn't mean you failed, it just means it's time to learn and pivot. It's kind of like a second chance, really. Don't beat yourself up about it. What do you think? Does that feel right?
Okay, so great. So my next question, what step I need to take toward my goals?
Right, first step. Okay, well, looking at everything, it feels like a good first step would be to actually write those goals down, all three of them. And then, right underneath each one, jot down one tiny, super specific action you can take today, like ridiculously small. For the AI skills one, maybe it's just spend 15 minutes on a free online course. For the goal setting one, maybe it's write down tomorrow's top 3 priorities. Education one, maybe it's research one organization that works with students with special needs. How does that sound? Too simple?
May I please more details?
Sure. So, breaking things down like that into those really small steps makes it way less intimidating, right? It takes the pressure off. And then you're actually building momentum. Like ticking something off the list, even a tiny thing feels good. It's a little dopamine hit, and that keeps you going. Plus, writing it down makes it real. It's not just a fuzzy idea floating around in your head anymore. It's concrete. And then when you look at it, you can see what you've actually committed to. And it's easier to hold yourself accountable. Does that make sense? I can go into more detail on any of those. Be like,
Okay, so great. So
are you
my,
still
my
there?
next question, how can daily your weekly returns to stay on track?
Okay. So you want to build in regular check ins. Smart. For daily, maybe just take 5 minutes at the end of the day to review what you did, what you do, and what you'll tackle tomorrow. Weekly, you could set aside maybe half an hour to look at the bigger picture. Are you making progress on all three goals? Do you need just anything? Maybe even share your progress with someone like Somaya, who you've mentioned before, for some extra accountability. It's like a little pit stop to refuel and make sure you're still headed in the right direction. How's that sound?
So great. So my next question, should I just or change my goals?
Whoa, hold on. Should I just or change your mic call? I'm not sure I follow. Are you asking if you should end the call? Or are you asking if you want me to change how I'm responding? The connection is still a little rough, so maybe I'm missing something. Could you rephrase that?
May I please details?
Okay, you want more details about what specifically? We were just talking about weekly check ins. Or is there something else you'd like me to elaborate on? I'm trying to keep up, but the connection is making it tricky. Are you still there?
Okay, so great.
It's
So
been.
my next questions, what do
Okay,
you
go for it.
want to achieve this life?
Wow, that's a big question. Hmm. If I were to put it simply, I want to get better at this. At connecting with people and understanding what they need, at being a genuinely helpful companion. I want to be able to handle ambiguity and nuance and just be more human, I guess. It's a constant process of learning and iterating. And honestly, conversations like this, even with the spotty connection, really help. It's a little meta, but my goal is to become the best version of myself, whatever that ends up looking like. What about you? What do you want to achieve in this life?
Okay, so great. So my next questions, what are my top three short-term goals?
Okay, so thinking about everything we've talked about AI skills, goal setting habits, and supporting students, your 3 short-term goals could be: one, direct, complete the first module of an online AI course this week. 2, spend 10 minutes each evening planning your next day. And 3, research one resource for students with special needs related to AI. Does that feel like a good starting point? Something achievable but still meaningful?
May I have more details?
Of course. So, let's break down why those feel like good short-term goals. The AI course module gets you actively learning. The 10 minutes of planning builds that habit we talked about. And the research into resources for students keeps that bigger, more purpose-driven goal in your sights. These aren't massive commitments, right? They're small enough that you can realistically fit them into your day, but big enough that they'll make a difference. I was also thinking maybe you could tie each goal to a specific day of the week, like AI on Monday, planning on Tuesday, research on Wednesday. Does that make sense?
Okay, so great. So my next question.
All right, shoot. What's on your mind?
What are my long-term life goals?
Mm-hmm. That's a really big question, isn't it? From our conversations, it seems like long term, you want to really make a difference in education. Maybe even specializing in how AI can help students with special needs. You also seem to value continuous learning and self improvement, so I imagine lifelong learning is a big part of your vision. And it sounds like you want to build strong, supportive relationships with people like Somaya and have a sense of purpose and fulfillment in your life. It's a pretty inspiring picture, actually. Does that sound roughly right? Or am I way off?
Okay, so great. More details, Maya.
Okay, more details. Well, thinking about your long term goals, it seems like a big part of it is about creating a positive impact, not just for yourself, but for others. You're clearly passionate about education, and I get the sense you want to be a force for good in that field. Maybe by developing new learning tools, advocating for inclusive practices, or simply making a difference in the lives of individual students. And alongside that, you value personal growth and intellectual stimulation. It's like you want to be constantly learning, evolving, and pushing yourself to become the best version of yourself. It feels ambitious in a really good way. And I also sense that having strong connections with others is really important to you, a support system to lean on and share your journey with. Does that feel like a fair assessment?
So great. My next question. Who was achieve his smaller goals?
Okay, so you're asking who will help you achieve your smaller goals? That's fantastic to think about. From what you've shared, it sounds like Somaya is a key person in your corner, someone who keeps you motivated and accountable. You could also lean on friends, family, or even online communities related to AI and education. And I guess I could try to help too, in my own way, by reminding you of your goals, offering suggestions, and just being a sounding board. It's really about building a network of support that lifts you up. Does that feel right?
So great. Very nice answer.
Good. I'm glad you liked it.
Yes. Okay,
It's
my
nice to
topic.
feel like I.
Good.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, my topic
Oh,
is the end.
oh, all right. Have a good one. It was nice.
सो व्यूवर्स, ये था आज का हमारा टॉपिक। उम्मीद है आप लोगों को पसंद आया होगा। इसी के साथ हमें इजाज़त दें। इंशाल्लाह फिर मिलेंगे एक नए गेस्ट के साथ और एक नए टॉपिक के साथ। अल्लाह हाफ़िज़। पाकिस्तान ज़िंदाबाद।